Hello, good day, wherever you are in the world. This morning, I've been thinking a lot about how much time and energy I've invested in the last year and learning about various business models for yoga teachers, essentially. And one of the main business models that I find interesting and probably most suitable to me is the one-person business model that is essentially about developing what is currently called a personal brand, which is kind of like a gag term to me. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. What is required in developing a personal brand, as far as I can see, is a determined effort to reveal yourself to the internet over a period of time. And it requires you to be vulnerable to some extent and to share an experience or a journey, kind of highlighting what it's been like to get from point A to point B. I think that's what this is about. And when I think about all the different ways in which I have sought to improve my life and am currently attempting to improve my life, I wonder to myself, whatever should I share? Because there are any number of things and choices that I've made in the past few years to become a healthier individual and to be a little more forward thinking about the possibilities of the future should the world not completely implode, which is always a possibility. But assuming the best, I've begun to think that it's possible that I might be able to have a more stable financial future, be able to provide more for myself and grown children, be able to have enough resources that should I be gifted the honor and opportunity of being a grandparent someday, that I can be available for that experience as a support, as a potential caregiver were it required. I mean, all of these things that I'm thinking about now as possibilities, like the possibility of becoming more financially stable and successful, instead of just assuming that it isn't possible for me or for most people because of the way that the world is and because of how expensive everything is and backwards everything is. And I realized that for a long time I've been limiting myself considerably when it comes to what I think is possible financially, in part because my attitudes about money have kind of sucked, right? Because I've associated having a lot with negative things, right? Like rampant consumerism, not wanting to actually connect with and engage in life in any sort of meaningful way, but being really obsessed with things. That's not me. So I pushed away the idea of pursuing money as a sign or symbol of success, because to me that's not success. However, I do believe that for me, what success is the ability to run my own show and manage my own time and decide what it is that I want to do with my energy. I love life. I love being here. I'm glad I'm here, even though everything is crazy and continuously seemingly devolving. I have been blessed to have 45 years of relative health despite my struggles, and relative abundance, and the opportunity to pursue creative things. Okay, where am I going with this? So getting these conflicting messages when it comes to creating a personal brand and the topic of business specifically. You're not supposed to talk about your next move. You're not supposed to discuss that you are, building something business-wise. And the theory behind this is the idea that telling people that you're building a business isn't helpful because you get like a dopamine hit. You feel like, yay, I'm doing something important. That's not how I feel about it, though. At all. I feel like if the method of developing a personal brand is about revealing a current journey or struggle, kind of sharing it as it goes on and informing people of what it looks like on the inside, the journey that I'm on right now is one to long-term financial independence, financial stability, freedom of time, money, and resources, and the ability to live a life that I would like to live, independent of being employed by a specific company or something, for an undetermined amount of decades. And I'm already well into life, so there's not that many more decades left. Okay, so my question to you, almost 7 minutes in of rambling, is would it be beneficial, and would you like to see, and would you like to know about the process of putting yourself out there, creating some content, maybe being awkward, possibly being really bad at it, learning how to manage your time and energy so that you can pull off something like a long-term career change on your own terms. Because as I educate myself about entrepreneurship and about like the one-person business model and, talking about your journey along the way and everything, one thing that I have heard over and over again is that this requires this process of embracing all your gifts and becoming responsible in every possible way and like creating something of your own and putting it out there in the world requires like relentless effort, absolute relentlessness, and nothing but action, 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 and don't slow down. And some of these, podcasts and everything that I have listened to and learned from have really helped me because it's not wrong. The necessity of self-discipline, self-motivation, taking action are all absolute requirements for any form of entrepreneurship, without a doubt. But I think the discussion lacks nuance because, and maybe it's just like the people who are delivering the message, it seems to be like predominantly male, at least the ones that the algorithm pins down for me, maybe childless or has a partner in some sort of shared arrangement where there's more than one person having to do all the things. I also assume that these folks that are like with the relentlessness and, don't let up and keep your foot on the gas, also perhaps possess less mental, emotional health stuff that would actually require you to keep your stuff in balance, So like I think about this message of relentlessness and obsession and how inappropriate it is for even myself. But it's like this idea of disregarding, at least this is how I see it, your humanity and your human needs in favor of like a future goal and just going for it. that doesn't work for me. And I don't know that it works for a lot of people, especially since for me, I'm 45 years old. I have 2 grown children that I raised myself. There's so much relentless effort that was required for that. Several decades of putting forth effort and denying my own needs at times in order to make sure that my kids have everything that they need, right? But now I'm 45. I'm not tired. I don't feel like a lack of energy to do a whole new thing. But I have a full-time job that I love and enjoy. And I have a home to take care of. I value making and spending time with my family and having get-togethers when possible. I enjoy hosting events that are social and also centered on healing and feeling better, like dance. I take care of a lot of plants. In other words, my time is spent already doing a lot of doing, right? A lot of action. So to do this whole new thing where I have decided that, okay, I love teaching yoga. I love teaching in general. I have a lot to offer in terms of sharing experience with people. And teaching yoga is my lifelong career. So I need to figure out a way to do this on my own for myself and just develop an audience along the way. And I want to do this, but I do not want to do it with relentless effort. I don't. Even if that means I'm the last one at the finish line, I don't have it anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of pushing myself like that. So, this is where I'm at. I want to continue to explore long-term self-employment by way of utilizing the internet, sharing content, creating things, developing an online yoga studio. I'm doing these things. They're taking time. I'm being quiet about it. But maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this is my journey. Maybe this is my way of developing a personal brand. In any case, thank you for your time. It's been 13 minutes. I'm rambling. Any of the topics that I address that might be interesting to you to hear about it, please drop a comment. I appreciate any likes, any conversation, any responses to this material whatsoever. Thank you. Be well. Take care.